This is going to be a hot take. What I will ask is that you hear me out. So before I even jump into what it is, please listen through it, hear what I'm saying, and then you can say whatever you want, but give it a shot. So what is the big hot take? Well, it's that it is perfectly fine to be okay with, to buy, and to be looking forward to the D&D update, whether you want to call it 5.5, 2024, doesn't matter. The update to D&D that is coming, it is okay. It is not as bad as most people are making it out to be. I don't really think it's bad at all. And let me throw that out there right away. You don't have to play it. As with every other edition of D&D, you can play whichever one you enjoy. You can still be playing 4th, you can still be playing 3 or 3.5, advanced, that's fine. I'm not trying to convince you to play it if you have whatever reasons that you don't want to. I'm just trying to cover a specific part that I think a lot of people are blowing way out of proportion and are really being unfair and just outright lying about it. So what is that? It's that you think that it's a scam or a money grab. Now, it might be a grab for money. It's corporate America. Of course, it's a grab for money to some extent, but it is not one where you're not getting something of value for it. And I think that's where a lot of people are making it seem like they just threw like nothing out there. They just reprinted the same books and they're like, oh yeah, we're going to charge you an extra $60. And that's not true at all. Like in the slightest. And the idea that people are out there making these really angry videos talking about how it's just wizards trying to steal everybody's money, and it's like they're selling a new, updated, lots of features product that you don't have to buy, but you can. It's not a money grab. It's not forcing you to buy something that has nothing new and that's the same reprint at all. I understand if there are some other reasons that you might not be interested. You don't want to support the company. You know, Wizards of the Coast hasn't been making a lot of additional new fans over recent years on their own. It's been mostly thanks to things like Stranger Things. Although, hey, give them their roses. They have built something that once people are introduced to, they tend to stick around and play. There are a lot of systems that people can use out there, and D&D is still the biggest. So give them the roses on that, but I do not blame you if you have some things that you don't like that they've done, and that's why you're not getting it. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm not trying to say that they haven't done anything wrong, trust me. But there is something I think is being very misunderstood, or again, just downright ignored. We know we're getting multiple new subclasses. We know we're getting new spells, reworked full-on classes like the monk and the ranger. We know we're getting new feats. We're getting new things at the beginning of character creation to help build out the character. There are so many things we are getting, an update to healing. I mean, there's a lot in this, weapon masteries. I mean, they just keep popping into my head. And yet there are people out there making these videos, these hate-filled videos, which I get it, it's the internet, and maybe I'm taking a different approach with this one, but they're making it sound like Wizards is going, give us $50 or $60 or whatever, and we're just gonna give you the same book with some new paint on it. And it's like, no, like they have shown us, they have told us, they have shared information on all the things we're getting in this book. And it's a lot. Like, it is a lot of changes, not just changes, but new stuff. They've also moved things from other books into this one. So now it's all a part of the player's handbook. Now, some people might think, oh, well, I could have gone and gotten that other book, whatever. Now it's in the main one. You don't have to get that one, right? So there's a lot in there. The list is extensive. This is not a money grab with nothing. This is a, hey, we've updated the game. We've added new stuff. We've reworked entire classes, added new subclasses, spells. Again, I'm not gonna rehash it all. We've done all of this. And so now we're gonna sell it in this book. If you want to upgrade to it, if you want to do that, that seems fine to me. Again, I'm not talking about if you think they're doing something else, you don't like that they did pre-orders and they're doing, fine. I'm standing on the argument of the fact that people are saying that, you know, you're spending $60 to get nothing, and that's just simply not true. It's like, it's a downright lie. There's a lot of stuff in there. I'm not a shill before I get that in the comments. I'm just able to look at it and go, wow, all of this? Wow, that's new, that's reworked, that's changed, they updated this, the mechanics there are different. Okay, yeah, I can see how that warrants that. So look, I'm not trying to force anyone to play the game. I'm not telling you that you have to. I'm not saying you should. I'm saying stop being so angry. I'm saying approach it with an actual open mind of like, there is value here, rather than just immediately going, they're scamming us, right? They're not scamming you. That's just not the case. So I just felt like I needed to get out here and say this, because it's been irking me when I see these videos and these people just trying to work people up. I mean, I'm not going to get into politics or anything, but You see a lot of that. And honestly, in every area of life now, there's just this need to raise the temperature, to make things angry, to make things seem worse than they are, and to pit people against each other or against companies. And again, I'm not saying it's never warranted, but like, stick to the facts. I wish people would just stick to the facts. So I'm not gonna go on a whole rant about this, but if you wanna share your thoughts, please do so down below. I'd love to hear them. Try to be respectful. People are gonna have differing opinions. Let's try to keep the hate out of it. You can talk about different things you feel. I want to know. I'm open to hearing things, but thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you appreciate this approach to videos, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel for more TTRPG and Dungeons & Dragons content. You can also support me over on Patreon, patreon.com/levelupdm, or become a member here on YouTube to support me directly on the platform. I appreciate you, and until next time, good luck in your adventures.